Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson Football Channel. This is your Chelsea-Lille Champions League Last 16 second leg match preview here on GBFC. If you're not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, I am currently uploading multiple videos a day talking about the situation off the field, and still, as long as Chelsea can make it to their matches, I'll be talking about bigging up the game, bigging up the performance afterwards, whether it was good or bad, here on GBFC. So make sure you subscribe, turn on bell notifications, and whilst you're at it, we've always got a 2,000 like target for every single match preview before the game kicks off. That'd be bloody wonderful. We had a press conference yesterday that involved Thomas Tuchel and Kai Havertz. Pretty self-explanatory. Kai Havertz, informed player, speaks very well in front of the media. Thomas Tuchel, the absolute greatest manager I've ever heard when it comes to responding to media questions, particularly right now in a turbulent time where there is a lot more to be thought about than football. There is a lot more to be discussed than football. And Thomas Tuchel, in every single sense, has handled everything that has come his way impeccably, in my opinion. I couldn't ask for more as an ambassador for the club, as a custodian of Chelsea Football Club, someone who is trying to guide us through one of the club's most turbulent times, at least in recent history anyway. So Chelsea go to Lille with a 2-0 advantage from the first leg. It was a decent performance against Lille, but there were also times where Lille looked good. We managed to nullify them, which we often do. Edouard Mendy, clean sheets. Chelsea defence, clean sheets. It is something that often goes hand in hand. And tonight, we have just got to go there, get the job done. I think the performance against Norwich was a very good one. That was the first real time where we were away from home. The speculation, the sanctions started, and there was serious pressure. And it would have been very, very simple for Chelsea to crumble. We're a young squad, we've got experienced players, but with everything that's going on off the field, you just wonder how long we can keep up this almost like perfect distancing from what's going on off the field and the way we're performing on the field. And I just hope tonight that the fact we got that 2-0 lead, I hope the players can just see it through. If we don't put in an amazing performance tonight, I couldn't care less. As long as we are in the draw for the quarterfinals, and they do the semi-final draw too on Friday. You've got Benfica knocking out Ajax, Atletico Madrid knocking out Man United, and those two at least, I absolutely back Chelsea to beat and get through to a semi-final if we were to draw them. There's Real Madrid, Liverpool, City, Bayern. Those four are the ones you really want to avoid. And then obviously Juve, who we've already beaten 4-0 once this season, they're playing Villarreal. If you haven't seen the YouTube shorts, I'm doing predictions nowadays for Champions League, and I'll be doing Premier League this weekend over on YouTube shorts. I'll leave it as a card on the screen now. But without any further ado, I did post another video earlier today, so I don't want to take up too much more of your time. Let's build my Chelsea starting 11. As for injury news, Reece James and Callum Hudson-Odoi will probably not be available to feature. They were waiting to the last minute to see if they were able to train, and then if they were able to train, maybe they've travelled, but maybe they would be available. Don't think it's going to happen. Azpi's back, Alonso's back, so Edouard Mendy starts in goal. Back three, going to go with Christensen, Silva, and Rudiger for this game. It is a phenomenal back three. I think we've been so lucky with Chalobah's form this season, but last couple of games, there have been a couple of moments that just make me feel as though he is kind of getting a bit too comfortable. You know, nonchalant little errors here and there that we were very lucky not to be punished for in that game against Newcastle at the weekend. So, Trevor Chalobah, he's played a lot of games in a row. I take him out of the team for this one. Christensen comes in. With that back three, you know that Chelsea can go out there and absolutely shut up shop. All we need to do is make sure that Lille do not score 3 goals. That's all we got to do. If they win 2-0, extra time, all right, cool. We could probably get the job done. I don't think Lille are going to win 2-0. We have got to make sure today that we concentrate. And that back three, all the experience, it's good enough for me. We move into the wing-backs, Marcus Alonso and Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta, Alonso, injuries the last few weeks. Chelsea have been kind of clutching at straws a little bit in the terms of playing Saul Niguez at left wing-back, which isn't what Saul Niguez wants to be doing. Saul wants to be playing through the middle, That isn't why he came from Atletico Madrid, because Atletico, he was also being deployed in left wing back and he just didn't want to be playing there, as well as a dip in form. So Saul, he did a good job. There are some people that think that Saul was kind of useless on that left-hand side, but I don't think we were watching the same game, or at least I have a different opinion to that. But Alonso being fit again, he's going to start. Thomas Tuchel alluded to it in his press conference, saying they're both ready, they're both fit to start, which tells me they're both going to start for this game. We've got Middlesbrough in the FA Cup at the weekend. Who knows if we're going to bloody make it there. We might have to buy a couple of cars, or I might fly back and do a little, what's it called? James Corden. Stick Kai Havertz in the back. No, Kante will sit in the back. He's got shorter legs. Havertz can sit in the front. Mason could be in the back seat with Rudiger and Kante. I don't mind driving. Get a Mini Cooper. It'll be nice and easy. Middlesbrough at the weekend, but without saying that, we've got to make sure we get this job done tonight. So the strongest possible Chelsea team is what we're going to go for. The midfield too, Jorginho and Kovacic. I'm in an ahhing about Kante's got to play. This is a big, big game. But then Jorginho, that pass, that goal we scored at the weekend, I've seen that back so many times. I think Jorginho and Kovacic is the partnership I go with tonight. Jorginho sitting back, orchestrating things for Chelsea, making sure that the defence is covered, making sure that Lille can't control the game from the middle. Renato Sanchez for Lille, very, very good player, was very good at Stamford Bridge. He was definitely their best player. Jorginho to look after him tonight. Kovacic, that licence to go forward, dangerous player for us. He's been looking very, very good. In the last few months, Kovacic's game has elevated even more than I think when we signed him for 40 million, we actually thought that was a bit of a bargain. Now, his game's elevated even more, and he's got to start for me every game at this point, and it's between Kante and Jorginho. Wrap up Kante in cotton wool, take him to the Riverside at the weekend, get the job done there too, and into another semi-final. But we move into the front three. I've gone with Hakim Ziyech on the right, Havertz through the middle, and Christian Pulisic on the left. Mason Mount not starting this game. I think against Newcastle, didn't have his best game. Against Norwich, was electric in the first half. But the front three of Pulisic, Havertz and Ziyech, I really like it because it's very, to explain it like a piece of metal, it's very malleable. You can move it around. Pulisic drifts inside. Havertz comes deep. He moves for the ball. Something that, although you guys think I'm just slating Lukaku all the time, the problem is there is a distinct difference between how much Chelsea creates and how we actually progress in the transition to get the ball into shooting positions. We are far more dangerous with Kai Havertz because of the movement of Kai Havertz compared to the lack of movement from Romelu Lukaku. Hakim Ziyech found Kai Havertz with a brilliant header, but Dubravka saved it. It was straight at him. But I think this, for Chelsea, is the best option. Pulisic keeps it on the floor, can dribble around, can bring players like Mateo Kovacic in, pass it out to Alonso, go down to the byline, cross it in. Havertz is going to score with his head. Easy. Hakim Ziyech on the other side, the ball's come in a little bit further up, and also you get that run in behind from Christian Pulisic too. I think it's a dynamic front three, and I think tonight we're going to go there, and I think we're going to win by the same scoreline as we did in the first leg. 2-0 Chelsea win, and I think the goal scorers will be Hakim Ziyech and a Jorginho penalty. And I think Havertz will win the penalty, and he'll also get the assist for Hakim Ziyech as well. So Kai Havertz to keep up his great form, Chelsea to be in the draw for the quarterfinals on Friday. That is what I'm hoping for. And like I said in the video earlier today, I just hope that all of the pressures that are being put onto Chelsea right now off the field, I hope that in a game like this tonight, it isn't the day where the players come unstuck, where we don't see things start to crumble and start to crack as a result of Chelsea just being everywhere in the news, with the focus not solely on the football, but the absolute blessing that we have, and I said it in a video earlier this week, Thomas Tuchel was our manager. We could not ask for a better manager, not only handling the media, but you just know that he's managed to galvanise these players, to make them aware that in such a turbulent time, the best thing Chelsea can do is continue to keep winning football matches, to remain in every competition. And that is what we're going to do tonight. Let me know your score predictions and your Chelsea starting 11s in the comments down below. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Check out the earlier video from today. See you guys later in 6 Things We Learned. Come on, you Blues.